Suppose you have to build a backend for your side project and you have to deal with all the boilerplate. I'm talking authentication, authorization, SMTP config, S3 config, and all that stuff. How many of you find that exciting? Yeah, I can see a few people yawning. It could be the food coma, but it could just be the idea of dealing with all this. So I'm here to talk about Pocketbase. Pocketbase is honestly a very underrated project. It's built in Go. It's a backend as a service in one single file. It uses SQLite in write-ahead logging mode, which makes it pretty performant for most use cases. And it also has an admin interface embedded in the application that's built with SvelteKit, and it's beautiful. Hi, I'm Vagmi. I write code for a living. I work for Tarka Labs, and we at Tarka Lab build awesome software for our clients. So Pocketbase gives you a real-time database, authentication and authorization with user management, and it also gives you like file storage capability. It can manage your collections and manage your data in the admin interface. In addition to that, you can view the logs. You can set some settings like the SMTP configuration or OAuth configuration, S3 configuration, and so on and so forth. But what's cool about Pocketbase is that you can use this as a Go framework. And to get started with it, it's pretty simple. You just import the package. You create a new instance of the package and just start the app. And you have an admin interface and an API ready to go. It uses different libraries. It uses Cobra for like all your command line arguments, parsing, and all that. And you can extend it by writing your own commands. It uses the Echo HTTP router and the middleware that comes along with that. You could use that to extend that as well. It uses a fork of the DBX package. So for query building and database access and things like that. It supports both password-based authentication as well as OAuth 2 code flow-based authentication, and it uses SMTP to send HTML emails. And what's more, when you send a HTML email, it'll extract the text and it'll also send it for text-only clients. What I like about Pocketbase, it has a really nice SDK that's written in TypeScript and Dart. That means that you can build both web and mobile applications with it if you're using React Native or Flutter. It's extremely simple to deploy. It's just one binary, and it has great documentation. Honestly, there aren't a lot of things not to like about Pocketbase. Yeah, I used a double negative. It's just SQLite. SQLite is cool and all. I really like SQLite. But then for a project like this, I would want to host it on some serverless cloud environment like fly.io. And you can't do that because you need like a persistent container. Sure, you can mount up a volume and then you can create the SQLite file in there, but then you have to deal with all the concurrency issues, which is not SQLite's strong point. It also does not have Kotlin or Swift libraries yet, so you cannot write like native mobile applications, but it does expose a HTTP API, and you can write your own, or it shouldn't be that complicated. And if you're excited by all this and you want to check this out, I wrote like a kitchen sink project, which has unit tests, custom commands, HTTP endpoints, a WebSocket endpoint, basically like an after create hook to send an email when a record is created and things like that. Let me show you a quick demo of that. So let's pull down the project, build it, and once you build it, you run it, and it starts the admin interface and the API. So we create the admin user first, and we create a new user. And then we go ahead and create a record in our collection. And let's start exploring the API now. So I'm going to hit a protected endpoint, and it shows that it cannot be accessed. So you basically have to log in, create a JWT token, and once you create a JWT token, you stick it into the header, and you should be able to access it now. And I'm going to access like an admin only endpoint at this point. So again, it's the same deal. You log in via email, you create a JWT token, you stick that into the header as an admin token, and you should be able to access the endpoint. Now let's hit the WebSocket endpoint. It's just a simple echo server. Again, it requires authentication token so that it works. And then I also want to show that I can export it to a collection. It's like a custom command that's there wrote a custom command, and I've written a couple of them both to export and import the collections. So it's similar to migration. And like I also have a few unit tests, so it runs in a separate environment, and it's to keep it clean. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for the time. Thank you.